Welcome to What's Up with the What's Up, where we talk about whatever with whomever. I'm Desmond. I'm here with Paul and Matt. You guys just saw in the last video. And if you haven't seen the last video, go ahead and check that out right now because it kind of gets you up to speed about the pace that we're on. You would notice that Matt changed his shirt already. But if you are watching What's Up with the What's Up and you are not subscribed to What's Up with the What's Up, that's not what's up, and you need to fix that right now. Go subscribe right now. Smash that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you love what we're talking about. Give us a thumbs down if you hate it, but just interact nonetheless. And today we want to know what's up with the WWE Road to WrestleMania edition part 2. And I just want to start out hot. I have a question for you guys because people like this is kind of unorthodox. This topic of conversation for what's up with the what's up. We never talk about wrestling. Never talk about WWE. It's always a guilty pleasure of mine. And people who know me, when I release that information to them, it's kind of like taboo. It's kind of like embarrassing that I say that to them and they laugh. I have a question for you guys, both of you. What do you do when people say the classic line, "You watch that fake stuff"? Isn't WWE fake? Isn't wrestling fake? Why do you how do you still believe in that as an adult? What's your rebuttal or response, or how do you handle that situation?
I take a deep breath. I center myself, and I tell them. I ask them what they watch on TV. Do you watch soap operas? What's your favorite show right now? I guarantee you, it's the same thing. Same thing. It's a story. The story. It just has unbelievable athleticism that goes along with it. Where people actually put their bodies on the line to entertain you. But you know what? No other show nobody's going to put their bodies on the line. They're going to have stunt double and everything else. So I could go on and on, but that's how I start.
Matt, how do you handle that same question that we'll give you?
The first thing I do is going to say, what?
Wait, what?
I freak out a little bit, like you have a meltdown. But I mean, the first time I heard that was when Hogan lost the title to Andre, and I was crying about it. My grandmother's like, look, don't worry about it. It's fake. You're 8 years old. You're going to live. And I'm like, Grandma, how could you say that? But you watched what I watched, right? Hogan is infuriated that they stole the belt from him. But now I go I'll let the same way Paul does. I say, hey, look, these guys put their body on the lines. Like, I wouldn't want to walk up to The Undertaker or Triple H and say, yeah, you're fake. Because they're not fake. It might be predetermined, but it's not fake. Right. It's some tough stuff. My brother did pro wrestling for a little while, and he's the one who taught me how to do mixed martial arts fighting. So I did MMA fighting with my brother. And this kid is one of the toughest kids you'd ever meet. He would work me and stretch me and whatever, like he's a fighter. And he went and did pro wrestling for a little while in the amateur circuit. And he came back and he says, Matt, you should try wrestling if you can do it. He says, I don't know if you can take it. I'm like, dude, we do MMA fighting together. And he's like, it's a different type of pain. And he said he had like bruises up and down his back, red marks, like where he got beat with chairs and whatever, fell on the ring. He said it's a whole different pain than what we're used to. And so I have a lot of respect for them because they put their body on the line in a way that really nobody else does.
Yeah.
I also ask people to look up John Stossel, asking that question. Have you ever seen that interview?
No.
Oh my goodness, you need to look this up. John Stossel on 2020 back in the day did a whole thing about how wrestling is fake. And he went backstage and I believe he talked to Dr. Death backstage, and he said there are a lot of people that think this is fake, and he busted his eardrum because he slapped him so hard on the side of the head. He busted his eardrum. John Stossel, I believe, sued, but he busted his eardrum and said, is that fake? And then he slapped him on the other side of the head, but totally busted his eardrum. You could see the blood coming out of his ear. It was the best. I saw that when I was a kid, and I was like, yes.
Because that's what people mistake for what wrestling is. It's one of those things like either you get it or you don't. And it's not like if you get it, you're better than anyone. It's just like you get it or you don't. You enjoy it for what it is or you don't, and you can't like make someone enjoy it. You're just born with it, I believe, of liking that, having that taste for that type of entertainment. And wrestling itself, like professional wrestling itself, what they're doing, when people need to understand, is real. Like they're really doing these flips, they're really taking these bumps, they're really slamming each other, and they're really doing these things. Yeah, they're probably not. They're not connecting on these punches, and they're not like obviously they're not connecting on all these kicks and the super kick in the face, because these are men and women who perform like 300 days out of the year on a nightly basis on the road away from their family, and that's what they've been made their profession, is to go out and put on that show for you every night. So if I'm taking a real super kick to the chin every single night, I'm not going to have a 20-year career. If they're trying to make a career out of this, just like the NFL changes rules to make it so it's safer for concussion purposes, or all these sports are doing like these rules and regulations, there are things that you can't do in wrestling anymore because it's life threatening. Like you can't even do a chair shot to the head anymore. You have to go with the gut and the back and all these other things. You can place the chair and do all these other stuff, but you can't do chair shots to the head anymore because The Rock fractured mankind's skull, dude, with 10 chair shots to the head, because that's what they did. That's just what they did. So the blood, believe it or not, for people, that is real blood. You don't want to know how it happens, but like in most cases, it's real blood, and they're really slamming and jumping and doing all these stunts for your entertainment. So for someone to go up to someone and say that's fake, no. But the outcome, the storyline is predetermined, just like Star Wars, just like The Notebook, just like Rocky. As much as people love those movies, they're not real, or they're just as real as wrestling. And don't even get me into conspiracies when it comes to like any other professional sports like boxing, football, and basketball, because I believe that people who have the right amount of power can make those predetermined too. So it's predetermined, not fake. It's still athleticism. It is a sport, because the people that don't say that it is a sport are the same, like would not go out there and do the same thing. They won't do that. You won't go to a Brock Lesnar. You're not going to go to Brock Lesnar and say, bro, isn't wrestling fake? You're not going to go up to these people and say these things, dude. He will eat you. So I just like hearing something. What?
John Stossel did it.
I know. I think I forgot who it was. They were on some talk show or something. It might have been Roddy Piper and someone else, and they brought up the whole wrestling fake thing. And I think it was Roddy Piper and some other. Roddy Piper like lost it a little bit, and it's not like he's like debating whether it's fake or not. He sees it as it's disrespect to his craft if you're just discrediting it something like it's a joke, when he's literally like, these men are dying at 50 years old because they were wrestling and they're performing in a sport that was not seen as a regular sport, so it didn't have the same rules and regulations as a football or a basketball. So like that's why they're just destroying each other, because they were doing these things for real. It's insane. So I just like hearing what people have to say when, like, wrestling fans, how they handle that type of thing and what they do. I have another question for you guys. If you had to make a Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, for people who don't understand what that means, it's just your top four. If you think of a sport, just like real Mount Rushmore, you think of the four like most important people in the history of that. Who do you guys have on your Mount Rushmore for those? For professional wrestling, and it doesn't have to be just WWE. It's all wrestling that you can think of: WCW, ECW, AEW, all these other Ws. What do you think? If you don't have the answer now, we can just plant that seed for the end of the video and for the end of this podcast, and we can move on to what Paul has. I'll just plant that seed for now because you guys are thinking on it. So what Paul has, you got some trivia. Pit me against Matt. Matt's probably gonna win, but let's do this. I'm not scared of any man.
Okay.
So how do you want to set this up? Like,
So
3 strikes.
So we'll go, back and forth. And if you can't get it, then, and the other person can, then great. Then, but somebody will keep track of points somewhere.
Yeah, we'll do like first to like 5 points or best of 3 series or something like that.
So we'll start with Desmond because I know Matt's too excited to even get started. So Desmond, do you want modern, attitude era, or classic?
Hit me with Attitude Era.
Attitude Era. Okay. What future Hall of Famer won the match unifying the United States and Intercontinental Championships at Survivor Series 2001?
Whoa. Yo, this is hard. He unified the United States and Intercontinental Championships in 2001.
Yep.
Dude, I'm just gonna go with Chris Jericho. Final answer. I just went with the most notorious one, okay?
Edge.
Edge?
Matt stole it.
Dang, I didn't know we could steal in this.
That's the Attitude
Boom.
card.
The champ is here.
Now Matt has a chance to go up by 2. Matt, do you want to go modern, classic, or attitude?
Attitude for 2, Alex.
Okay. Let's see. How can I challenge Matt here? Okay. Oh, okay. This is a.
Don't make it harder.
This is a superstar bio question.
Yeah.
What faction included Golga, Kurgan, Giant Silva, Georgie Animal Steel, and Luna?
Okay.
What is the oddities?
Yeah.
The oddities.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Okay. So he's 2-1 or 2-0. Sorry.
2-0.
Little known fact, by the way, Golgo was actually the earthquake.
At that time?
Yes.
Well, he was the earthquake. He just put a mask on and a giant South Park T-shirt.
Dude, he had the dumbest finisher. Anyways.
With a gross mask, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm cutting out Attitude Era. We're gonna go real.
Let's go.
Modern or classic, Desmond?
Classic.
Classic. Okay. Classic. What massive superstar did Mankind team up with to challenge for the World Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania 13?
Did Mankind team up with
Mm-hmm.
for the Tag Team Championship? WrestleMania 13.
Yep.
What year did that even happen?
2007.
Is when WrestleMania 13 happened?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, 1997.
I was going to say, there's no way.
Okay.
So I was 5 years old. Here we go. I can do this.
You can.
Matt knows it. He's a little cocky. Matt knows it.
It's not The Rock, dude. Is it The Rock? I'll go
Okay,
Final Answer The Rock. Final Answer The Rock.
No.
Who is it?
Matt, you can steal it.
13 or 14? WrestleMania 13 or 14?
13.
That would be Vader.
That is Vader.
Dang it. You know, I can picture that, too. I can picture them doing that.
Wow. Okay. So, since we haven't had one yet, I'm going to give Matt one from the modern era because he's up 3.
3-0, dude. This is not easy. This is not easy at all.
Okay. No, that one's too easy. Okay. What legend and former NWA and Intercontinental Champion did Chris Jericho defeat at Backlash 2009?
Ooh.
Backlash 2009. And he's a former NWA champion?
Former NWA and Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, 2009. What year was that? So, Jeff Jarrett?
No.
Ooh.
Desmond.
Desmond.
Chance to steal.
Intercontinental NWA. Dude, this is not good. I don't know. I don't know any NWA champions. That's the problem. So I don't know. I quit. Dusty
I
Rhodes.
thought
whatever.
Matt had it because he started going,
Roddy
Oh,
Piper.
No.
it's Ricky the Dragon
Ricky
Steamboat.
the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, dang, dude. Dude, he's underrated in history. They don't talk about him.
No. Okay, so
So
Desmond.
it's 5-0 right now, right?
No, it's 4-0,
It's 4-0.
I believe.
We'll go to 10.
All right, you can choose, Desmond. Classic, modern, or attitude.
I'm gonna go with modern. Give me the best shot because it was the most recent.
Modern era. Okay. Who served 2 lengthy terms as general manager of SmackDown from 2004 to 2008 and then from 2009 to 2012?
SmackDown. SmackDown general manager. Teddy
Whoa.
Long.
Teddy Long, that.
Oh,
Let's go, baby. 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
On the comeback trail. Okay, Matt,
Oh.
what do you pick?
attitude.
Attitude. That's an attitude guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Who? Yeah.
He's got it too.
So easy.
We don't know that.
Okay. Who was the leader of the Nation of Domination until The Rock took over and forced him out of the group?
Farouk.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's 5-1.
Such a softball question.
4-1. 4-1.
Four to one?
Right?
It's 5-1, right?
5-1.
5-1? Okay.
Okay, Desmond. Which one?
So
Classic.
we could pick any of them?
Yep.
I'm going to stick with modern just because that's the only one I had a point with so far.
What WWE superstar was known to spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool?
Carlito.
Carlito! Look at him coming back.
Boom.
It's amazing.
I think.
Okay, Mr. Matt.
Attitude.
Back to attitude. All right. Nope. I'm trying to make these hard for you.
Don't. Just give me the question.
Who defeated Eric Bischoff in a Falls Count Anywhere match at SummerSlam 2003?
In a Falls Count Anywhere match in 2003. Dang, Desmond was prepared for the steal.
I think I heard. I'm not sure.
Eric Bischoff.
I remember more than he was wearing. I can picture that.
I can picture that too.
Remember what he was wearing? Let me guess. He was wearing his little gloves. And
Yeah, he looked like an idiot.
Yep, his little black outfit.
Like
Yep.
he was like karate or whatever.
Yep.
black belt.
In 2003, we're in the middle of the brand extension. Vince
No.
McMahon?
Desmond.
I wanted to say Shane McMahon.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You are right.
Yeah.
Boom! Go Desmond.
Oh,
5-3.
dude, that was shot in the
boy,
dark.
it's a comeback,
Look at
baby.
this. All right, Desmond. You
All right.
keeping modern? You're going classic or attitude?
I'm sticking. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's go with modern.
All right. Okay. CM Punk.
Oh, I know nothing about
Excuse
this
me.
man.
After CM Punk indoctrinated Festus into Punk's straight edge society, what new name did Festus go by?
Luke Gallows.
Luke Gallows is
Let's
correct.
go. Let's go.
5-4.
Dude, I just want to say I made it this far. I'm happy with losing now. I made it this far. I'm good.
Comeback trail.
Let's go.
Okay, Matt, where are you going?
Attitude.
Attitude. Okay.
Dude, it's a softball and he's gonna knock it out the park.
What superstar created as a parody of WCW champion Goldberg held the WWE light heavyweight title for a record 453 days?
Gilbert.
Dude.
That is Goldberg.
That was funny though. He had like little things on the side instead of the thing, it was like a
Sparklers.
sparklers. It was so stupid.
And he went on a pretty big losing streak
Yeah.
as champion.
But I loved it. I loved it every second of that. Okay, Desmond, where are you going?
I'm staying with that all the way through. Modern.
Okay. WrestleMania 24. The second WrestleMania to be held outdoors took place in what southern city?
Orlando.
Orlando, Florida.
Let's go.
6'5". Give me attitude.
Let's
Going
go.
with attitude.
Let's go.
Okay. Triple H ruined what superstar's wedding with Stephanie McMahon when the game revealed that he had secretly married Stephanie?
Come on. This is easy.
Are you ready? It's test.
Yeah.
Test.
Dang.
7'5".
7-5.
All right, still coming from behind.
Yeah.
We're sticking with modern?
Modern, please.
Modern. Softball.
Thank you.
What suicidal, homicidal, genocidal ECW champion challenged Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship at One Night Stand in 2006?
It's Sabu.
Oh. Who?
Taboo.
Sabu. Okay.
That is correct.
Let's go. I was like, it's Sabu, right? That's all I can picture when they say that.
7'6", and I'm going attitude.
Nobody's going classic.
No,
Okay.
we're playing it safe.
I'm going to win it with classic.
All right. Who beat The Rock for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 14, only to have the decision reversed?
Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
8'6".
Modern.
Modern, please.
Modern. Okay. What niece of Bret the Hitman Hart won the Divas Championship at Survivor Series 2010?
Natalia. Boom.
Who easy can that be? Okay.
Here we go.
8'7".
You know what I'm going to do? Whoever gets up to 9, you're only getting classics from then on out.
Let's do it.
That works.
Okay.
Attitude.
Attitude. What's our score?
8 to 7.
8-7.
8-7. Okay. From 2001 to 2003, on what network did the first 3 seasons of WWE's Tough Enough air?
MTV.
Mm-hmm.
MTV.
Yep. Boom, 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 boom.
That's officially up to 9. Be prepared for some classic questions coming up. Desmond.
Here we go. Modern.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Who did Edge spear through a flaming table at WrestleMania 22?
Bubba Ray Dudley. Mankind. Cactus. Cactus Jack. It's Cactus Jack. Give it to me.
I'll give it to you just to make it safe. It was Mick Foley.
Okay, there we go. Woo! Barely out of that one.
Bubba Ray Dudley.
I just pictured tables and chairs, and that's the first person that popped in my head with Edge.
9-8.
We're 9-8, and we're getting the Matt's $1 million classic question. What Hall of Fame superstar and teammates named Sleazy, Queasy, and Cheesy for his Survivor Series 1994 match against Doink's team?
Jerry the King Lawler.
Okay. I wasn't gonna get
That
that.
is correct.
I can
And
picture them.
Brett wins. I wish I had a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
And still,
Champ
trivia
is
champion of the world. So we got about 8 minutes left for this episode, guys, and that was awesome. I have one more question before we get back to the other question I asked in the beginning. Pop quiz for you guys. What member of NWO was the only member to not be in WCW?
original member of the NWO.
Just member of NWO.
Oh, to not be in WCW?
Yes.
I'll let Paul try to answer first because I do know the answer.
Was it Ray?
No.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
That's right.
Remember?
But wasn't Ray in it?
I don't.
No.
I thought Ray was in it for a short period.
All right, guys. Your Mount Rushmore of wrestling. You had an episode to take some time. We got about 7 minutes. Who would you put in your top 4? Not top 4, like best wrestlers, I guess, but Mount Rushmore doesn't mean top best, but whatever you decide that definition is. Unless you have it, I can go. But if you guys have it right now, go ahead.
I've got it.
Go ahead, Paul.
My top 4, in no particular order, because Mount Rushmore is in no particular order.
Right.
I have to go with Rowdy Roddy. It's going to go just on pure emotion, for how they made me feel, but I'm going to go with Roddy Piper because I hated him so much. And Hulk Hogan's definitely going to be there because he's the one that kind of brought me to the game. And I've got to put Andre the Giant in. He's my number 3. And number 4 is going to have to be, just out of pure emotion and how they made me feel, Ric Flair.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to have Ric Flair there, though.
So mine, in no particular order, are John Cena, because he's the GOAT. Hulk Hogan, because he was the John Cena before there was John Cena. The Undertaker. And for the last one, it is Shawn Michaels.
Ooh, okay.
Which shocked me because I was going to go with The Rock or Bruno Sammartino as a toss-up the whole time. But in the end, as I think about it, the greatest in-ring performer of all time, as much as I hate to say that, is Shawn Michaels.
So my Mount Rushmore is based on, you could not literally, I believe, could not have wrestling be what it is without these people. And it's not so much like technically sound, because that's a different conversation of technically sound wrestlers, but just you could not have wrestling make it this far today and what it was at its time during these periods. So I'm going to say my Mount Rushmore of wrestlers will be Bruno Sammartino.
Oh. You
have to. You have to have Hulk Hogan, as much as I hate it. And because I think he's overrated. And I think you can go without everybody else. I think you can even go without Shawn Michaels, as long as you have The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think you could make it through the Attitude Era without Shawn Michaels. So, I mean, the new generation will probably take a hit, but I think if you have Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Rock, Steve Austin, you'll do it. Or what you guys have. So that's what we have. All the wrestlers we named are cemented in wrestling history. All the trivia, Matt is undefeated, but hey, I came back a little bit, and just giving a shout out to the people that are watching. What do you think when you hear WWE? What comes to mind when you think WrestleMania, and what is your oldest memory? Who's on your Mount Rushmore? Comment below, answer to any of those questions. Give us a thumbs up if you love wrestling. Give us a thumbs down if you hate it. But no matter what, subscribe to the channel, because we talk about whatever with whomever. I'm here with Paul, Matt, and you're here with Desmond. And this is What's Up at the What's Up, where we talk about whatever with whomever. Thanks for listening.